Hello dear students, welcome back to physics online class. So in last class we are discussing about that physical quantities, right? So in case of that physical quantities we got that fundamental physical quantities as well as derived physical quantities. So what's the mean of fundamental physical quantities? All independent physical quantities are known as fundamental physical quantities, right? So in physics there are set of 7 fundamental physical quantities are there. What are those? Mass, length, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance and luminous intensity. So by taking use of these 7 fundamental physical quantities we can able to construct any other physical quantities. Apart from these 7 fundamental quantities, remaining all quantities are example for derived physical quantities, right? For example, in case of that physics, so physics always needs that exactness, right? So physics always needs that exact answer, means exactness in case of that manufacturing aspect and all the things, right? So how the exactness comes here? So look at here. So physics always needs that exactness, and that exactness comes from that measurement itself, right? So in order to get the exact value I need to measure the things here. Then what's the mean of that measurement here actually? So I need to understand the concept of measurement here, right? So in today's session, so we'll discuss about the concept of measurement. So we'll have talk about that measurement here. So what's the mean of that measurement? So often you are going to use the things here. So in case of that giving that means in case of that cloth and all the things, or in case of the construction of that any object, we need that measurement here. So the measurement is nothing but the process of comparison of a physical quantity. What's the mean of that measurement here? Measurement means the process of comparison of a physical quantity. Let me give an example. For example, I will draw one line here, right? Whether this line is short or long we are unable to say. Now I will give one more example. Another line I will give. So another line I will draw here. Then compare it to this second line, first line is shorter here, right? In order to say this line is a short or long, I need one comparison. So that's the mean of measurement here. So measurement means the process of comparison of a physical quantity with the same unit here. So let me explain that. For example, height you should compare with that height only. Height you should not compare with the mass, or height you should not compare with the time. So comparison must involves that same unit here. So did you get my point? So what's the mean of that measurement here? Measurement means the process of comparison of a physical quantity. So what's the mean of measurement here? The process of wait a minute. So the process of comparison of a physical quantity. The process of comparison of a physical quantity with the same unit. Measurement means the process of comparison of a physical quantity is known as measurement. So in case of that measurement, so what are the things you are going to require for the measurement? Requirement for measurement. So hope you get the mean of that measurement here, right? So in order to measure the physical quantity, in order to measure that any physical quantity, what are the things I require here? So requirement for the measurement is first unit, and second thing is numerical value. So what's the mean of that unit here? So I said that in order to measure the physical quantity, I need that unit and numerical value here. So let me understand about that unit first. For example, if I'm going to say that mass of the body is, let it be 10 kg, right? So here kg is nothing but unit here. Kg refers to unit, whereas this 10 number numerical refers to how many times that unit is getting repeated. For example, here 1 kg is repeated by 10 times, then it becomes as 10 kg here, right? Did you get my point? So look at here, in case of measuring the physical quantity, I need unit and its numerical value. So unit is nothing but standard. So unit refers to standard here. For example, mass I have to measure in terms of kilogram, length I have to measure in terms of meter, time I have to measure in terms of second here. So right, so here numerical value refers that. For example, length of the body is, length of an object is 5 meter, right? Here meter refers to unit, whereas here numerical value 5 refers that 5 times is 1 meter is repeated by 5 times. Here 1 meter is repeated by 5 times. So this is all about measurement here, right? For example, in case of a physical quantity, we are going to consider that exactness. That exactness comes only from the measurement here. Then concept of measurement is comparison of a physical quantity with the same unit. What are the things are required for the measurement? One is unit and its numerical value here. For example, in case of that physical quantity, I said we can able to measure the large distance. So even we can able to measure the distance between the earth and the sun. Then how to measure this large distance here? In order to measure the large distance, we are going to use one technique, so that we can call it as parallax method. So look at here, in order to measure the large distance, we will use that parallax method. So in case of that measurement, measuring the large distance, we'll use that parallax method. So now let me understand that what's the mean of this parallax method here, right? So in order to measure the large distance, we will use that parallax method. Parallax method. So for example, I will take one object. So I will hold one object in front of me and I will observe this object by closing one eye. So let me observe that. So I will hold one object in front of me. So I will observe this object by closing one eye and I will repeat the same thing by closing that other eye. So what did you observe here? For example, so I will take one object. So I will hold that object in front of me. I will observe this object by closing one eye and I will observe the same object by closing that another observation, means another eye. So if I do like that, so there exists a apparent shift in the position of the object. Actually object is not moving here. So I am going to observe the same object by the two different position. Did you get my point? So I am observing the same object. I am observing the same object by two different position. So then if I do like that, this object is appear to shift from its original position. So this method we can call it as a parallax method. So what's the mean of parallax method here? The apparent shift in the position of the object with respect to background compared to that of background. This object is appear to shift from certain distance. So that we can call it as parallax method here. So look at here. So what's the mean of that parallax method here? Apparent shift in the position of the object. Apparent shift in the position of an object apparent shift in the position of the object with respect to background, with respect to background. So this we can call it as parallax method here. So for example, in order to measure the large distance, for example, I want to measure that distance between the earth and the sun. For example, take this is earth, this is the position of the sun, you can take it here. For example, I will stand on the earth surface at point A and I will observe that point O here, right? And now I will move from that point A to point B now. So I will stand at point B, I will observe that point O here, right? So easily I can able to calculate that distance between that point A and point B. So as I given one example, if I'm going to observe the same object by taking two different positions, so the distance between left eye and right eye, we can call it as base here. The distance between A and B, I can call it as base here, right? So if I'm going to observe that point O by standing at point A and by standing at point B, so if I'm going to observe that point B by standing, sorry, if I'm going to observe that point O by standing at point B means, so here certain angle is getting generated between A and B, let it be theta. So theta, which is equal to arc length divided by radius, right? For example, simple mathematical calculation, distance between A and B, let it be take base here, so I will represent by the letter small b, and this will be the radius. So theta, which is equal to b divided by r here. For example, if you know the theta value and b value, r which is equal to b divided by theta, where theta must be in radian. So this is the way to calculate the large distance. So large distance I can able to calculate by the parallax method, right? For example, we can able to calculate that diameter of the moon even. For example, same thing I will consider here. This is moon, right? I want to find that diameter of the moon here. So I am standing on the earth surface here. By standing on the earth surface at point O, I will observe that two ends of the moon here. Here I will get theta value. This is the distance between earth and the moon. This distance, let it be r, and this is diameter. If I know the theta value, if I know the distance between earth and moon value, easily I can able to calculate the diameter, theta, which is equal to d divided by r. So d, which is equal to theta into r. So this is the way to calculate the large distance by using parallax method.